Hey, yo, what up? You know who it is, man. It's the one only Mr. Thanksgiving DJ Drama. Shout out to the big homie, DJ Vlad, VladTV.com, killing it. You know I check the site out all the time. Holla at me.
Ten years ago, at this time, what was your financial situation like, and how has it changed compared to now?
10 years ago was 2001. Yes, it's dramatically changed. I think 01. I think 01. I might have had a tough time at one point paying a water bill, so I took a cold shower. You know, I only take cold showers in Hawaii if it's really hot out now.
And you know, the art of DJing has changed dramatically since 10 years as well.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give to upcoming DJs now? What advice would you give them financially, and how do you expect them to break into the game?
I'd probably say, you know, to DJs, invest in yourself. You know, like I spent a lot of my early years, just as I was talking about, you know, not being able to pay a gas bill, you know, but I knew that I was working for myself, you know, so I felt like, you know, I worked 24/7 because, you know, it was my own job, so there was no point in clocking out. Instead of giving somebody else a 9 to 5 in that time, and as well as trying to, you know, come home and do my craft, you know what I mean? So as a DJ, you know, my dad told me one time when I was in college that, you know, I have the license to print money. You know what I'm saying? With the skill that and the skill meaning, you know, DJing in general. So I took that, and, you know, I just took it to believe that I can create the dollar from anywhere, you know. So I put a lot of time and the money in my services into, you know, what I did best. So I spent a lot of years at Kinko's, you know, making my own covers and put my own CDs together and making phone calls and just, you know, putting in whatever dollar I could, and as well as giving out as many free CDs as I could, you know, just to build in my brand. So, you know, definitely invest in yourself if you're going to invest in anything as a DJ.
Is there any specific tips that you would give to a DJ? Is there a mistake that you've made that you're looking back at it now, like, okay, I probably shouldn't have done it this way because it set me back a little bit?
I think the biggest mistake I made, it was an instance, and I guess, you know, it's kind of humbling now, to be honest, and I remember that I was kind of smelling myself, and when I moved from my old place where I had created Gangsta Grills to my new place, I used to have I had a box of all my flyers from the very first flyer I ever had. And at that time, I had just started to really get in magazines. And my landlord called me and was like, you know, you left your box at the crib with all your flyers in it. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, I'm in magazines now, I'll be all right. And I don't want them. So first off, I wish I would have kept all them flyers just to have. But secondly, when I did my album at Atlantic, you know, this DJ guy sprung out of nowhere and said he had the rights to the name DJ Drama, and he went to the label with that. And so, make a long story short, I had to use Drama instead of DJ Drama because somebody had the rights to it. And when I was going to try to fight it, the lawyer told me that if I had an example of how long I had been using that name, I would have had a good case. And since I threw all my flyers, I didn't have the history of how long I had been using that name. So it's very important to stay humble and, you know, don't get too caught up in yourself, and, you know it's a long road out here. You know what I mean?